I stopped posting to Instagram over 6 months ago, and my revenue has increased by 32% compared to this time last year. And I'm spending less time creating content than ever in my entire business. But there's one shift that I made behind the scenes that made this entire thing work. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what that is before this video ends. Last year, I was just burnout. I was done. I was tired of creating content. And so maybe you saw a few of my videos that I've posted the last couple of months. I'll link them right here about quitting Instagram, my journey to it, my initial results. But back when I was posting to Instagram, maybe you can relate. Let me know in the comments, how many times are you posting to Instagram a week? Because I found myself between stories, reels, posts, making at least 4 to 7 different posts a week over on Instagram. And as frustrating as it is, Reels was taking me as much time to edit and create than one YouTube video. Facts. But I kept feeling I needed to be on Instagram, and maybe you feel this way too, that everybody's on Instagram and you feel like all of your people are on Instagram and nobody is anywhere else, and all the gurus and marketing experts are telling us we have to be on Instagram. And last year I took a big confidence hit, so I wasn't really confident in my own thoughts and my own decisions, so I was just kind of leaning into what everyone else was saying. That's a story for another day. But I was stuck constantly posting to Instagram because that's what they say to do. And I mean, all for what? Sometimes I would post stories and I wouldn't even get 50 views on a story. And then I would post something incredibly random that had nothing to do with what I do, and it would get hundreds of views, which that wasn't even helping my business and is the point of me spending time on Instagram. Even when I was doing everything right, finding the trending audios, being consistent in stories, posting those shareable carousels, and I found myself constantly being stuck and stressed over what I was going to put on Instagram. And worst of all, I found myself getting into comparison-itis. I saw what everybody else was doing on Instagram and I needed to do what they were doing. And this was a huge contributor to my shiny object syndrome. Maybe you can relate. You see somebody doing something, you're like, I need to do that too. Or somebody's doing something new, I need to do that too. And the plan that you made kind of gets thrown out the window because your comparison-itis really starts to flare up, especially on Instagram. So that self-doubt and that mental exhaustion for me was another huge reason I needed to get out. I ran the numbers. I wanted facts. Was Instagram helping grow my business, getting me email list signups, getting me sales, getting me clients? Or was one YouTube video a week all I really needed to do? And if you watch this video right here, I mentioned back in October when I ran those numbers, I realized my leads from YouTube converted twice as high as Instagram leads. And I realized, why am I focusing on Instagram then? Because I need more people to see my Instagram content to make the same amount of sales as I do on YouTube with half the amount of people seeing my content. So I focused on YouTube for the last 6 months, but you need to understand, I didn't just focus on posting random content on YouTube or trends on YouTube. These weren't random videos that I was posting on YouTube to help me currently be up over 32% in revenue in my business compared to this time last year when I was posting to Instagram too. Even more importantly, I'm on a selling streak. I've been making at least one sale every single day in my business since August. And that's about the time I started posting even less on Instagram until I finally gave it up in October. And I'm still making a sale every single day here as I'm filming this in April of 2025. And I'm just filming every other week doing this whole hair and makeup thing. I spend about 90 minutes from video idea to publishing it on YouTube. That's scripting, filming, and editing. And each video that I post here on YouTube works harder than any Instagram post ever did and works for me so much longer. Not only is my revenue up 32% in the last 4 months compared to last year at this time, but I posted a video on Monday and booked a client straight from that video that was live less than 24 hours. Instagram was not doing that for me. Now, before I share with you that big shift that I did, that I promised earlier, I want you to understand this isn't just a me thing. This is happening with so many of my clients that I work with and why they come to me to work with me in the YouTube coaching experience. One of my clients decided to replace doing Reels with a YouTube playlist funnel and booked a $2,000 client off of a video that had less than 20 views, was live less than 24 hours. And she decided to make that change because she said, exactly, I was just tired of being on social media all the time. I wanted to post something that stayed. She even said that sale she made from the video with less than 20 views, that was the first time that person saw a video from her. That person watched one video and decided they wanted to work with her and then told her, you are exactly who I've been looking for. Natalie said she was posting daily on Instagram, but it got her nowhere. With YouTube, she spent less time creating content that was working long-term for her and sending her workshop sales even when she wasn't posting, and she took the month off in December. And Christine, who also wanted to quit Instagram for mental health reasons, said one of her videos allowed her to book an almost $10,000 brand deal. And that never happened for her on Instagram. She actually even told me, you don't need followers to build trust. One good video on YouTube can do more than months of posting on Instagram. So what's the big shift myself and my clients are making? It wasn't just quitting Instagram and posting videos on YouTube. It was finally treating YouTube like a sales system, not a content platform. They started creating playlist funnels and focusing on content that their ready to buy viewer was looking for. They weren't trying to go viral. They weren't trying to get massive amounts of views. They were trying to get the right views. Because when you're creating the right content for the right viewer, that person that's ready to buy, when they find that video of yours, they know exactly you're the person for them, and they're whipping out their credit card to buy your course to work with you. You're not fighting to be seen over another trending audio or another trending style of reel or TikTok. When you follow the right strategy on YouTube, it gets in front of that person who needs your solution right then and there. And that's the person that's going to be ready to buy when your content speaks directly to them and not where they were 10 steps ago. They don't need help with that beginner content. You need to be focusing on that ready to buy viewer content. The thing is, as business owners, you don't need more content for more sales. You need content that compounds on itself. So as you post one video, it brings more viewers to your channel, the right viewers, and they watch older videos to build trust with you to get them to increase the likelihood they will convert, buy your course, buy your digital product, buy your service, your coaching program. And the longer you continue spending time creating content that's going to expire every 24 hours, you're falling more and more behind on those people that are creating content for your ready to buy viewer. Instagram is a feed. Instagram is entertainment. YouTube is evergreen. YouTube is a funnel. And if you are posting content on YouTube and you're thinking, but I'm not seeing sales or getting clients for that matter, there's a major mistake that keeps business owners from converting viewers into sales. And that's what I'm gonna be breaking down right now. You're posting to YouTube, you're staying consistent. You've even tried doing all the optimization tricks or hacks to rank in search, but you're not making sales. You're not getting these videos that send you sales every day that you're hearing me talk about. What the heck, Trena? It's because you're following advice meant for content creators, not business owners. So I'm gonna walk you through why your content isn't converting and what to do instead if you want the time you're spending here creating YouTube content actually turn into clients, course sales, digital product sales, revenue. If you're new here, my name is Trena. I'm a YouTube strategist for business owners. So I'm a YouTube strategist that teaches business owners how to use YouTube to generate more leads, email signups, course sales, digital product sales, clients, coaching clients, all of those. First, let's jump in and talk about the real problem you're facing that's causing your videos to get zero sales. It's because you're probably creating content to rank in search. This is important, 100%, but you're doing a key part of that completely wrong. You're probably trying to rank in search for beginner topics. You've probably watched other YouTube advice channels and they're telling you to find a search topic that is searched a lot. And most of the time, these larger search topics are very beginner topics. And you think, okay, if I can just get hundreds of views on my videos, some of those will turn into sales. But what you're actually doing is attracting low quality viewers that are basically freebie chasers. They will come to your videos 100%. But they will get exactly what they wanted and bounce. They will never connect to you or buy from you. They're not interested in your framework, your system, your course, your program, because you're attracting somebody that's too far at the beginner stage of what you teach. And these viewers do not equal ready to buy viewers. But when you start making videos with a clear strategy for the right person and guiding them through this transformation, this journey that gets them to your offer being the solution, that's when you make sales. Otherwise, you're gonna keep spinning your wheel, posting videos, not seeing any money from those videos, i.e. sales. Okay, but this is no fault of your own. I see this all the time with the clients that I work with inside the YouTube coaching experience. They have a list of ideas. They write their ideas down when they're in the shower, when they're on a run, when they're at soccer practice for their kids. And then when it comes time to batch or create a YouTube video, they pick whatever video they feel really good about doing that week. And some of those videos get decent views, but none of them are leading to anywhere. No leads, no buyers, just content on a hamster wheel. That's why you're not making sales. There is no clear strategy, no plan with each video you put out. And this is exactly why I'm hosting a virtual event called the Evergreen and Evermore Conference. After 3 fully detailed sessions I'll be teaching, you will know exactly what you need to change and how you can start setting up your YouTube videos as a sales system. Because it's not about doing more on YouTube, and it's not even about more views and subscribers on YouTube. It's about doing it strategically, choosing the strategic videos, finding the strategic views, the ready to buy viewers. If you know YouTube is the platform you want to focus on, and you came from my video where I talked about how I increased my revenue 32% already this year by just focusing on YouTube, that video is right here, and you also want to start making sales every single day, make sure you grab a ticket at trenalittle.com/evergreen to this one-of-a-kind virtual conference, Evergreen and Evermore. I want to go to this idea of the quality of viewer, because on YouTube, a huge vanity metric and something that you hear people chase all the time are view numbers and subscriber numbers. There's a lot of times for business owners on YouTube using YouTube as a lead gen, as a client capture or a client attractor. Sometimes less views on a video is better, because those videos that get lots of views are probably more basic topics. And those are the topics that are going to attract those beginners, those freebie chasers, those people who aren't ready yet to invest in your solution, your course, your program, your coaching program. They're just getting their feet wet. They're trying to be scrappy, DIY, and just start learning. They haven't experienced the hardships or the frustrations that those people have that then buy your course when they're right there on the fence. And so then what happens, if that's the content you're creating and those are the viewers you're attracting, what the algorithm starts to calculate, I guess, is, oh, this is the type of person for this channel. We're gonna keep putting his videos in front of these types of people. And if these types of people are beginner people, you're gonna get stuck in a cycle of posting content that goes out to beginner type people who never buy, who are never interested in what you have to sell. And that's when you're gonna keep posting content and not see sales or any type of conversion. So you need to be shifting how you're thinking about a successful video, how you're thinking about, wow, that video did great, because it's not about the views. It's about, did that video generate me sales? Did that video send me a client? Did that video send traffic to my webinar landing page, to my course sales page? And those videos will get less views because these are topics that are being searched less. Remember, I said it's still good to show up in search, but very specific search results. The searches those ready to buy viewers are looking for. So what are the questions that your people are searching right before they buy your course or right before they decide to work with you? And I get questions about service providers. Yes, absolutely. What are the questions your clients are looking for before they decide they need you to do it for them? Those are the people that are gonna buy. And they aren't watching those beginner videos. They aren't even searching for those beginner topics. This is then the good cycle you get in. When your content starts to call out your ready to buy viewer, the one who's already problem aware and are looking for a solution. Then the algorithm says, oh, that's the type of person for this channel. Let's start putting these videos in front of more people like that. More ready to buy viewers. And that's the best thing about YouTube. It will do the promoting for you for free. You don't even need to pay it. You just need to create the right content that teaches the algorithm who the right people are. And when you pick strategic, niche-specific topics for that person, yes, your views will probably go down. But your sales, your client lead generation, your inquiries will go up, because you don't need more people watching your videos. You need the right person watching the right video at the right time. Maybe you're thinking, oh no, Trena, I did this. Is my channel stuck in just attracting these beginner views now? Let me share with you what you should do right now to fix your channel so that you can adjust the algorithm to start sending you the right people. The first thing you need to do is think about your content in a playlist funnel. Because the more videos you can get somebody to watch, the more likely they are going to convert, and the more YouTube starts to understand the right person. Because if you can get somebody to watch multiple videos of you, YouTube says, oh, that's a better viewer for this channel because they binge watch instead of somebody that just watches half of your video and bounces. So we need to think about strategic videos in a 4 to 5 series playlist funnel. You need to stop posting those random videos that came off of your list of ideas, because the more somebody watches your content, the more YouTube is going to push your content to more people like them. Because here's what you really need to understand. YouTube isn't just content. It's your sales team. It will work around the clock for you. You don't even need to pay them as long as you build it strategically. It's not about your fancy gear. It's not about your fancy editing. I'm editing this video on my own and you can see there's very minimal editing, and I may still have you to this point. It's not even about being consistent here on YouTube. It is your strategy. And if you're not thinking about the journey of your viewer from video to video to video to offer, you're not building a system that will convert. You're just creating content. But when you fix that, that is when everything changes. And if you find yourself wondering, but Trena, what is one video that I could create that would generate me $2,000 in less than 24 hours? I'm gonna show you what one type of video makes more $2,000 sales than any other type of video right now. See you there. If you have posted dozens of YouTube videos but haven't made a sale, or you're like, I don't wanna do that, you need to stop following the bad advice that just post helpful content. Just give value. Because I'm here to tell you that is exactly why your videos aren't converting into clients, into course sales, into digital product sales. I want to show you the one type of video that consistently brings in $2,000 clients or course sales or digital product sales for myself and all of my clients I work with in my YouTube coaching experience. Even if your videos or your channel as a whole has less than 500 views. And then I want to show you how to make one yourself. When it comes to business owners here on YouTube, most of us default to how-to videos, tips videos, tutorials, hacks. And it's not your fault. It is what we're told. We're told to give value to show our authority. But giving that type of content, creating those types of videos, isn't going to bring clients or customers that are willing to pay hundreds of dollars for a course of you or thousands of dollars to work with you. That type of content is going to attract freebie chasers, just like free downloads. When you look at your sales and the people who are buying multiple things from you, are they somebody who got a freebie? Most of the time not, because what I notice on my email list is some of those freebie chasers, they get the free thing, and then they maybe never open another email from me or they unsubscribe. Whereas if somebody even buys just a small item from me, like a $27 offer, they're much more engaged, they're opening my emails, and they're more likely to buy more from me. Because when you create this type of helpful tips video, you're answering questions, but you're not addressing desire or decision-making triggers. We're gonna talk more about that. You're stuck in education mode when you do this and not enrollment mode. And enrollment mode is where you're gonna make the sales. You can teach all day long on YouTube, posting videos every single day. But unless you show them what's possible, they're never gonna see why they should invest or work with you. The good news is there is one type of video that solves a specific pain point your ready to buy viewer is struggling with. It's not just going to educate them. It repositions the problem and it reframes the solution. What you have available to buy. It's going to show what life could look like after your system and builds belief that it's possible for them too. And you don't even have to give away your system for free here on YouTube, because so many of you have asked me, how do you balance what free content you give away here on YouTube versus what content you keep in your course or behind a paid wall? This type of video doesn't give it all away, but it does get viewers buying. And my clients see this consistently. Steve getting 8 sales and they just keep coming in. Emily, who got a sale from her video live less than 24 hours and less than 20 views. When I make a video that speaks to the real reason someone's channel isn't converting and shows what happens when they finally do have a system behind their videos and what happens when they put that system into place, that's when I see traffic to my YouTube coaching experience spike. And that's exactly what I did in this particular video. And that video was live less than 12 hours and I had somebody join my coaching experience because of that video. Because these types of videos click. They realize the problem isn't YouTube, it's the lack of strategy. And they see that building this funnel is the missing piece. They didn't even know they needed that. And I don't even have to give in detail how to build that funnel when they realize that's what I need. I'm working with her to get that in place. So let's look at some examples on videos maybe you've created and you're wondering why they're not converting and what types of videos you could create instead to make sure your videos convert. So I'm gonna go through the idea of you're posting videos like 3 tips to blank, how to XYZ, 3 hacks to ABC, right? So more specifically, if you're creating videos like my favorite business tools for 2025, how to write better Instagram captions, 5 headline formats that work, how I track my expenses each month, how to create a morning routine that sticks, how to make a mood board for your brand. These are all too basic and they're not going to show the transformation that's going to happen. It's not addressing the ready to buy viewers problem that they are having that's going to convince them your system, your framework, your way of doing things, your solution is what they need. You're also probably cramming way too much stuff in your videos, and you're most likely diluting your message because of all the stuff you're trying to cram into one video to make it valuable. YouTube videos do not need to be a TED Talk. They don't need to be like a 20-minute epic video. You should have basically one main takeaway that viewer can get from your video that they can remember. That's the important part. They need to be able to remember your video because maybe they don't buy when they see your video initially, but that takeaway sticks. They keep thinking about it, and that's when they come back and buy. The other problem that typically happens, other than cramming too much stuff into it, is when you do mention your offer, your solution, your program, you're usually just pitching or talking about the features. Like, here's what's inside of my program. 25 pre-recorded lessons, 17 worksheets, that type of thing. Instead of the outcomes, what they're going to achieve, the transformation they're going to have by using your system, your course, your way of doing things. There's another big reason why your videos probably aren't converting as well and you're not making those $2,000 sales. It's probably because you're asking for them to do too much in a video, and I see this so much time. Like, subscribe, and comment. Absolutely not gonna do nothing to help you convert. But you're also not gonna ask them to get your freebie, book a call with you, look at your course, get your workshop. No. We're focused on one thing, one offer, and we're not diluting that offer. We're talking specifically about the transformation of that one offer, because people don't buy programs. They buy outcomes. They want to be able to see the future and believe that future is possible for them. The missing piece is your course, your program, even your service that you provide. All right, how do you fix this immediately? First, you've heard me mention this, but I want to reiterate it. You need to focus on one specific belief shift or have like a mindset moment that makes them change the way they think about how it needs to be done so they can believe your way of doing it is what's missing for them. Next, you need to speak specific to their stuck point and show the after. Once they get unstuck, what can happen? You have got to let them see themselves in that transformation. So if you can provide a few examples of different clients or different students that have gone through your course and you share that in that video, that's gonna be huge for letting that viewer see themselves in one of those people's transformation as well. So remember all those videos that I listed that I said we don't want to do, those how-to videos? Here's how you're going to change them. Why your to-do list is keeping you broke and what to do instead. Or here's why your copy isn't converting, even if it's well written. See the difference there compared to, what was the other one that I had written here? 5 headline formulas that work better. That is so much better, right? I have them noted over here. The exact mindset shift that took me from debt to my first 50K. Again, better than how to track your expenses. And then instead of that mood board video I mentioned, this is how you want to frame it. Why your DIY brand is costing you clients and how to fix it. When you start changing the types of content you create, you don't need to have dozens of videos. You need the right video built for the right person in the right funnel. This is gonna be my 10th year on YouTube and I've published over 700 videos. I've tried just about every strategy, tactic, thought, all the major gurus had, except spending ads on my channel. I have never bought a single subscriber, a single view, or ran any ads on my channel. My channel has been completely organically grown and it is the main reason why my business is as successful as it is. And by successful, it means I'm making consistent sales in my business from views from my YouTube videos. And if you've been following me at all, you know I love to be transparent. I love to give you the truth and break it down in facts because I've been lied to, I've been promised specific outcomes for specific strategies, and it just didn't work. So today I wanted to take over the last 10 years everything I learned about starting and growing a YouTube channel for my business and give you the complete, brutally honest truth. Not only have I been doing my YouTube channel for 10 years, I have worked with thousands of business owners, whether one-on-one in my Done For You agency that I had a few years ago, and now in my coaching program. So the first thing I want to be brutally honest with you is starting a YouTube channel is easy. Growing a YouTube channel for your business to make sales is different. You could literally go onto YouTube and start a channel and post a video within the next 24 hours. But having videos that go live that are going to make you sales while you sleep, cliche enough, that's a different plan than just posting videos on YouTube. When you're just coming up with a list of ideas like so many YouTube experts tell you to do, and you're just doing those as you feel like it, you're never going to get sales from your channel. And I know I've been there. I've created lists and lists and lists of videos, and I looked at my list and I decided I like that one and this one and this one, and I've posted them and nothing happened. No sales, no email leads. It's not until you know the strategy, the system for business owners, and look at your channel that way is when you're going to get sales and clients from YouTube. The second truth is you don't need a lot of time to do YouTube as a business owner. You need to have the right system and the right strategy. I understand showing up as a female takes some work. You need to first of all make sure your kids aren't gonna come in and interrupt you, although I've given up on that a while ago, but you need to do your hair, your makeup, you need to set some things up, right? But when you have a system built out where you're batching, listen, I don't wanna look like this every day. I don't have the time for that. But today I'm sitting down and because of my system, because of my playlist funnel, I know what my next 5 videos are gonna be. And so I've planned them using my video game plan, making sure I stay on track, on task, so that this filming session will be done in the next 2 hours. And I will have filmed 4 videos in that 2-hour framework. So it's not that YouTube takes you too much time, it's that you don't have the right system in place that's allowing you to be efficient with your time filming your videos. Next, your views and the amount of views you're getting on your videos aren't the problem and aren't the reason you're not selling. It's your topics. If you are just, like I said earlier, coming up with random video ideas or trying to find a good searchable video, the people that are going to buy from you, your ready to buy viewer, the one that's gonna wanna be your client, the one that's going to want to buy your course, will never find you if you're not creating the topics that attract them. And those videos may get less views because they're gonna be very specific topics, because that's what you wanna create. You wanna bring your ready to buy viewers. You don't just wanna bring anyone to your channel because you're a business owner. You're here to put time into something that's going to make you money. And so even though your videos will get less views on specific topics, is going to make you more sales. And what do you want? More sales or more views? I have a client of mine who decided to take this seriously and focus on the content her ready to buy viewer was looking for. So within 24 hours of posting a very specific topic video, that video only had 20 views, but she booked a client within 24 hours of that video being live and only 20 views. That's the difference of creating the right content for your business versus the right content to go viral on YouTube. Let's keep moving on. Next, quality here on YouTube does matter, and I've got definitely some things to talk about this, the brutally honest truth around quality of your video, but quantity of videos matter as well. So I will have clients come to me like, can I create every other week, or can I create, when I get time? Sure. But are you going to see the momentum? Are you going to see the daily sales come in without creating content, without building a library that gets people to binge watch your content, that builds that relationship with you while you're sleeping, that gets them to trust you're the right person to work with? So you can take your time all you want on YouTube, but your results are gonna be abysmal, if at all. So you wanna be showing up, at least creating one video a week. And if you wanna see even faster results, I would suggest doing 2 a week until you've got some content on your videos that your ready to buy viewer can binge, build that relationship with you, and buy. Next, if you're not treating YouTube like a business tool, it's not gonna work like one. You are not here to be a YouTuber. You are not here to go viral. If you go viral, you're not bringing your ready to buy viewer, and then the algorithm doesn't know who your ready to buy viewer is. So you're gonna keep pumping out content, and while you may be getting views on it, you're not making bank, you're not making sales. So you need to be approaching YouTube as a business owner and building YouTube playlist funnels. You need to be creating videos that take people through a journey to want to work with you. You need to make them solution aware of how you work with your clients, the results your students get in your course. You're not creating random videos, as I said before, you're creating a playlist funnel just like you would create on your emails. YouTube's not just a social media platform. Every single video you publish becomes a member of your sales team when you do it right. The next piece of truth I need to have with you, if you're posting and you feel like it's going nowhere, it's not that you're behind, it's just that you're doing it wrong. Seriously. Most business owners I see quit on YouTube because they tried to do YouTube, and when I take a look at their channel, they try to do YouTube like an influencer or like a YouTuber, not like a business owner. And doing YouTube like an influencer or a YouTuber is the fastest path to burnout. But what's great about us as business owners, we don't need to play that game. We don't need to play a subscriber viewer game. We want sales. So we need to stop creating YouTube videos like YouTubers and start creating videos like business owners. You need to start talking about your offers and building content around your offers and building funnels on YouTube that send people to your offers. I have people coming into my coaching program all the time after going through a playlist funnel. They have told me countless times, I just binge watch your content and I'm sold. That is why we do videos different than a YouTuber. So if you're following typical YouTuber advice, you're never going to get the results you want as a business owner on YouTube. Next up is consistency isn't just about uploading your videos, it's about consistency in selling. You need to be selling somewhere in your video. Whether it's in the description box, whether it's weaving in something naturally, a call to action naturally in your videos, because the power that YouTube has is the video you posted yesterday or you published yesterday will continue to get views a month from today, a month from yesterday, 6 months from yesterday, a year from yesterday. So you need to make sure that you are telling people how to buy from you. You need to make sure you're selling in these videos that are going to live on YouTube for the next couple of months or even years, that are going to be your selling team. Because that's the power of YouTube and why I put my time into YouTube, because my ROI is there. I create one video and it stacks on itself. As time goes on, it gets more views. As I post new content, those old videos get more views on it, and I get more traffic to my sales pages, and I get more sales, and I get more email signups. That's how you need to be thinking about YouTube. Here's some real brutally honest truth that I need to have with you, and it's you're looking at YouTube as a content creator and not a business owner. And I've probably said this 5 different ways, sideways in this video, but I just see this time and time and time again. People joining YouTube coaching programs that are teaching people how to be YouTubers, and they're like, well, I'm not getting sales. I didn't get clients. I see people buying DIY courses and their channel goes nowhere. More importantly, they don't get any more clients or sales, and they think YouTube doesn't work for me. But that's not what the problem is. You need to let go of decision fatigue and just get content out there that sells your offer. You need to stop second guessing yourself that, I'm being too salesy, or I shouldn't drop my offer or talk about my offer in this video. You need to stop comparing yourself to other people who do what you do, people that are in your niche, because you have a specific way of teaching what you teach. You have a specific personality that is going to make a connection with people. You are going to be somebody that people want to work with compared to the other options, because there's somebody out there for everyone. You need to get very clear in what you want your channel to do for you and build the content strategy for that. This one, if I could say this one 500 times a day, I would. But being truthful here, you don't need a bigger audience on YouTube to make sales if you're not making sales. You need a clearer message. Selling is not going to come from having that silver play button. I don't have my silver play button, and I couldn't tell you how many times I get comments here on YouTube. How do I know what I'm talking about with a small 50,000 subscriber channel? And fine, say what you want, but I'm making multiple 5 figures a month. I made 100K just in the first quarter of 2025 while working about 20 to 25 hours. And I don't know about you, but that's my dream life. I don't need the silver play button. I don't need 100,000 subscribers to make the sales that I want. So why force myself to push more content out for more views just to get a silver play button when what I'm doing now is making me sales every day? So you need to get clear on 2 things: who your ready to buy viewer is, and stop trying to create videos for everybody and just create videos for them. And second, what you're trying to sell them. And when you can get clear on what you're trying to sell them and who they are, that's when you can start creating content that will make those sales every single day without putting a single ad dollar behind it. Let's keep rolling, because I've got quite a few here. I'm making this the best video that you've ever seen about YouTube. As I jump into the next one, let me know in the comments right now how you feel about your YouTube strategy. Is your YouTube channel making you sales? Or do you think maybe you're creating content like a creator and not like a business owner? Let's have a conversation in the comments. Next, you don't need to be confident on camera. You just need to be very clear. If you're thinking, I feel awkward and I don't know if I'm confident to show up on camera, confidence is built on clarity. So when you show up talking about the things you know that you feel big about, it is way easier to show up. Because I'm not saying you show up on videos that you don't know anything about. You need to focus on the things you're great at. Why do you think I'm kind of coming in here all hot and bothered? It's because I know this. I've been on YouTube for 10 years and I can be confident because I've experienced every single one of these things. And I'm showing up confidently because I know this. And when you use a video game plan like the one that I have, if you're interested in getting it, I will link it below at trenalittle.com/video plan. You already have your thoughts organized. You know you have your offer in that video. You know how you're going to get to that offer, how you're going to talk about it in an organic way, and you're going to be able to show up confidently. So your best advice here is to pick the topics you feel you know like the back of your hand, and it's going to show on video. I love this one, and it's editing is not your problem because you're overthinking it. In fact, you don't even need to hire a fancy editor. Take a look at my Monday videos. I've been posting this month 2 a week for a test. I'm testing something, and my Monday videos I edit myself, and they have incredibly minimal editing. In fact, some of them are just cutting out the mistakes and the pauses that I make, and they have some of the best audience retention out of all my videos in the last 10 years. What's different? Simple editing, yes, but I've been focusing on the content that I'm sharing. Focus on my ready to buy viewer, and the editing that you have in those videos for your ready to buy viewer don't matter. It's the content, the value of that video that matters. So you need to stop thinking, I don't know editing, or I can't hire a video editor, because that is not what's going to get you sales on YouTube. So stop letting editing hold you up from getting consistent here on YouTube. Next, imposter syndrome shouldn't stop you from getting on YouTube. It's actually proof you really care about your people. If you've said to yourself, I'm not even sure anybody will watch my content, but you have an offer that helps people, that is a solution for people's problem, those people want to see your content. Those people want to hear about the solution that you have for them that's going to make their life easier. And YouTube works the best when you're focused on solving problems. Not proving yourself, not showing up to be somebody that you're not, just giving people help, value, and taking them to the solution that they need. Your experience is exactly what somebody needs to hear to finally take action. And it doesn't matter if somebody else in your niche has 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers, you are for somebody specific. And that person out there that finally finds you and finally realizes this is the person that I've needed all along will find you when you show up delivering that help. All right, let's talk about niches, because this is a brutally honest truth about niches. There's no such thing as a perfect niche, just the right audience. If you've said to yourself, I don't know what my niche is yet, or my niche is oversaturated, your niche is the people that you serve, not the topic. So you really need to hone into what I mentioned earlier, your ready to buy viewer. What do they need to hear from you? What are their problems? We're not gonna keep talking about the same topic over and over again, because what's gonna happen? They're gonna get bored AF. But they wanna keep hearing you talk about the problems that they are having. So who is your niche audience? Who is your ready to buy viewer? And that's gonna be your North Star for the content you create here on YouTube. I'm gonna get you here with this one, brutally honest truth. It's not that you don't have time for YouTube. It's that you don't have a strategy or a plan. Because if you've told yourself, I do wanna do YouTube, I wanna be consistent on YouTube, but timing's not right, I'm getting this in place first, or I'm working on this in my business first, you're losing out. You're falling behind in the race. You're missing out on sales every single day because your person, your audience, your clients are on YouTube and they're finding somebody else to give their money to. So if you're waiting to post on YouTube, you're like, I'm gonna do a little bit of Instagram here, I'm gonna keep doing my podcast or my blog, go for it. Spend your time there, but guess what happens, especially on Instagram, you're gonna be making another post the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and you're never gonna have time to do anything else. Whereas if you just focus on YouTube, creating the playlist funnel, the strategy, the systems, you can get to posting 1 video a week that drives you sales every single day. Receipts on the screen right now. So I don't wanna hear people say, I don't have time for YouTube. That means you don't have time for sales. That means you don't have time for new clients. I told you this was gonna be a brutally honest truth video. Next up, I think is a really mindset shift that we need to have as business owners on YouTube. And this was a brutally honest fact for me, because listening to so many YouTubers and people who teach YouTubers, low views doesn't mean your video was bad or it was low quality, especially if you are following a YouTube strategy to sell. If you're looking and thinking my videos aren't getting views, so YouTube isn't really working for me, most of the time, my lowest viewed videos are the ones that are sending me the most sales, the most clients, because those lower viewed videos are very niche topics for my ready to buy viewer. And they're meant for those people that are right on the fence, those who are right there, ready to buy, ready to work with me. And all it takes is that one particular video to get them to buy. And so just because your videos don't have tens of thousands of views, Is it the topic that your ready to buy viewers are watching? Is it the topic that's convincing them to work with you, to buy from you? That's the mindset shift you really need to have on YouTube as a business owner. All right, I'm about to probably hit home here with some of you, but Instagram burnout and frustration isn't a strategy. If you feel burnt out over creating content, it's because you're creating content that doesn't work for you after 24 to 48 hours. And because you're staying in that cycle, because you feel comfortable, because you know what you're doing, you're going to continue to stay burnt out. YouTube isn't an extra. YouTube isn't another thing to add to your content plan, to your content strategy. YouTube is the solution that you are looking for to finally stop being burnt out. Creating one YouTube video a week saves you so much time. This is how, specifically in the last 18 months, I've gotten down to working about 25 hours a week because I don't need to create constant content on Instagram. I'm posting my videos. My videos are working for me around the clock. Videos that I posted last August, last January are sending me sales, are sending me clients, are building my email list so that I don't have to create any other content than one weekly YouTube video. And right now I'm testing 2 weekly YouTube videos and I'm still working 25 hours a week. I know this was a lot. And maybe I got through to you that YouTube can actually work for your business. You can actually start and grow a YouTube channel today that sells for you every day. And if that's something you're thinking, I need to commit, I need to stop wasting my time, I need to stop falling behind and start getting clients and sales from YouTube, you can take a look at my YouTube coaching experience. I will link to it on your screen right now. This is exactly what I help my clients do. Build the YouTube playlist funnel, set up the strategy, help them figure out how to sell in their videos every time they post, so those videos continue to sell for them every single day. And if you're not ready for that yet, and you wanna see how I actually made $100,000 on YouTube in less than 3 months, I break it down right now. I didn't make 100K in 3 months going viral or having a huge audience. I use a system that turned my YouTube videos into an evergreen sales team without needing to spend hours on social media, on YouTube videos, or even chasing trends, or spending buttloads of money on ads. The biggest lie that I see so many business owners that I work with on a daily basis is that they need to be on YouTube a long time, or they need tens of thousands or millions of views to make money on YouTube, and that is completely false. Yes, I made 6 figures in 3 months. Now, I do want to address, well, Trina, you're not making millions of dollars. Clocked it. Here's the thing. I don't need to make millions of dollars in my business for what I want my business to do. I have chased that $1 million or 7-figure dollar number for far too long till I had a realization that I could live a pretty nice life, have a lifestyle business, and just make what I need to make. And that's what I'm doing, working 20 to 24 hours a week, gearing up to take the summer off while my kids are home. And I don't need to force myself or overwork myself or put pressure on myself to make over 7 figures. So if you're here chasing multiple 7 figures, or you're into how can I make an empire, that's great. That is not my vibe. That is not how I like to run my business. I like to take Mondays and Fridays off, and I like to be able to go on multiple vacations without worrying about my business. Got it? So let me break down the system that I've gone from posting consistently to making consistent sales so that you can do it too. In fact, as a case study, I'm wondering, are you someone who's chasing that multiple 7-figure number? Let me know if you're chasing 7 figures or not, and what your goal is for your business, because mine isn't a 7-figure number, and I'm okay with that. Let's first talk about why you can make 6 figures in 3 months with a small audience. Most people approach YouTube completely backwards, or the way you think YouTube needs to be approached, because you're listening to YouTube gurus who are talking to YouTubers that don't have a business model supporting them. This means you're chasing more views, you're chasing virality, you're chasing more subscribers, and you're posting random videos with no strategy. And you're just hoping something there sticks. But subscribers on YouTube aren't gonna pay your bills. Sales and clients do. And YouTube isn't just a content platform to put videos, whatever videos you feel like here on the platform. It's a search-driven sales engine that will work for you around the clock if you do it right. So instead of worrying about what is my next viral video or what is the best viral script I can create, my entire YouTube strategy revolves around these three things. Attracting my ready to buy viewer, not just any viewer. Creating content that naturally moves people to a sale, whether that's a low ticket, high ticket, mid ticket, and using YouTube playlist funnels to automate conversions. So here's how that all works step by step. Before you film anything, you have to choose the right offer. The biggest mistake business owners make on YouTube, they start posting videos without a clear offer in place. Remember, I talk about this ready to buy viewer. So if you aren't sure who your ready to buy viewer is because you don't have an offer, that kind of negates the content you should be creating. We don't want to drive the wrong people to your channel so that they don't buy your offer later. Now, maybe you don't have an offer in place right now, but you have a beta offer or you have an offer in mind. That's good. We just need to have some type of offer, course, digital product, one-on-one services. Before I even hit record on this video, I've already mapped out exactly what I'm selling and who I want to attract. And here's exactly what I tell my clients inside my YouTube coaching experience. If you don't know what you're leading people to, YouTube won't work for you. In fact, all of social media won't work for you if you're not attracting the right people for your offer. So the first step in making YouTube get you to 6 figures in 3 months is identifying what you're going to sell, what that offer is. Whether that's coaching, whether that's a course, a service, a digital product, like I said earlier, and making sure your videos lead directly to that. Now, I do want to add a little caveat here. Obviously, a higher ticket offer is going to help you get to that number faster. And my goal for every single person that I talk to is to get them into my coaching experience, which is not super expensive. It's really a great value for what I provide, but that is where all roads will lead to. All roads will lead to asking you if you want to join my YouTube coaching experience, because that is how I can help you the most. That is how I can get you the quickest results. So that is where ultimately all of my videos will lead to, or how my content is all strategically planned out. Is it the only thing that I talk about? Absolutely not. You may have seen in other videos, I talk about my prep system, my video game plan, my Evergreen and Evermore conference. I have other places as well. All right, so once you know your offer, the next step is your profitable content plan. So what you're gonna post to get sales. Because you know what your offer is, you know who your ready to buy viewer is going to be, because you know what problems that person is going to have right before they buy your offer. And this means avoiding beginner content, because beginners aren't in it to buy yet. They're dabbling, they're dipping their toe. They are not serious about problems. They don't know what real problems are. My mentor, Mariah Koss, she calls these champagne problems, champagne content. We need to talk to the people who are in it, who are looking for a solution to a problem right now. And that problem is going to be more advanced. It's not going to be beginner level. The people who are going to buy from you are already doing what it is you're doing, but they're having problems. They're getting stuck. They also have the money to invest in working with you or buying from you. So when you see YouTube creators posting these how-to videos, they're going to attract casual viewers, people who just want free tips, freebie chasers. But if you want to create content that drives people that are going to turn into sales, you need to create specific content around the solution that they are looking for. So instead of posting a video like how to get more Instagram followers, you need to be posting something like why your social media content isn't leading to sales, or why your Instagram content isn't leading to sales. This is higher intent, focus on buyers, because these people are already working on Instagram. They already realize they're posting and it's not working and they need a solution. This is exactly one of the key pieces that I work with my clients on in the YouTube coaching experience as soon as they join. Mapping out the exact profitable keywords and content strategy that will bring those high intent ready to buy viewers to their videos. All right, the third step now is building out your YouTube playlist funnel. This is your automated sales machine. This is how I am making sales every single day. This is a screenshot from my Stripe. This is all organic sales from YouTube. I have a specific funnel built specifically for YouTube traffic, so I am able to see exactly what I'm making from YouTube. This is where most business owners get content strategy wrong when it comes to YouTube. They treat YouTube like a social media platform, just posting random videos. And I know you've heard me say this so many times in my videos because it is so true. And it is where that mindset adjustment needs to happen for business owners. You need to be building strategic video funnels on YouTube, just like email funnels. In fact, I did an entire video on why sales funnels are broke and why you need to be focusing on these YouTube playlist funnels. You can watch that entire video here, and I go into detail why this is critical. You can watch that next. But the playlist funnel is the #1 way to turn viewers into sales. You create a series of videos that take viewers from awareness to belief to action, buying. So just briefly, the playlist funnel kind of works like starting with introducing the problem, right? That's the awareness phase. Then you need to shift their mindset in video 2 with that belief. Then you need to give them a quick win to earn that trust. Then you need to show them an advanced strategy to build them up for that readiness. And then you direct them to that offer in your final video. Yes, that final video is pitching something specific at the end of it, but you're selling in every single one of those other videos. This is how I make sales every single day. This is why I teach this so specifically inside of the YouTube coaching experience. We build out sales-driven content strategies with specific videos with a specific purpose in the funnel. Okay, but Trina, how does this all look? All right, let me walk you through how this looks on the back end. First, I do a YouTube video. And in that video, I will talk about a low ticket offer. So for example, in this video, I may mention, if you're wondering how I plan my YouTube videos and how I know what to say and how to weave in these call to actions to these low ticket offers like I am right now, you're going to want to go buy my video game plan mini course that tells you how I create video plans to weave in calls to action and prepare my videos the best way possible for YouTube. You can do that at trenalittle.com/video plan. So each of my videos will have a call to action. I will then take that video transcript and write 3 emails. Now the good news is I use ChatGPT to help me take the transcripts and pop these into 3 emails. And they're not just generic emails. I've worked with my ChatGPT to create a specific way that I like these emails. And then I send 3 emails. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It talks about the value in the video that I'm giving you, but it also then reminds them or tells them why this video game plan is perfect for you if you're struggling with this. Okay? So that's how I am pitching my offer in emails and in my YouTube video. Now here's where the sales come into play. Once somebody goes to my low ticket offer, they have an option to add a bump. This could take my cart value, what people spend with me, from 27 to maybe 44. So I'm increasing my cart value by adding a bump or an add-on that makes sense to a product that's complementary to that main product they came to look at. Now the next step, I've done 2 different things here and both work well. The next step is then them seeing a special offer and a special coupon to join my YouTube coaching experience. So they can see, wow, I'm really interested in going all in. I can't believe this is what she offers in this coaching experience. Boom, I'm using that coupon code right now. Then if they don't purchase during that time, which is a lower conversion rate because it's going from like a low ticket under $50 offer to then a couple $1,000 offer, I have emails, an email funnel. And within my video game plan course, I have reminders about that coupon code that they can use and link to that special page where they can use that coupon code. Okay, so that's one way. The other way is having a one-time offer that's lower priced. So we just released a lower price offer right now that's about $97. So the goal here for us is to get people making multiple purchases. Why? Well, it increases cart value, it increases revenue, right? But the more people are willing to buy with you, the more people are willing to spend, the more they can achieve with you, the more they're going to want to keep working and achieving with you. That is the whole purpose of my YouTube strategy. I think it's also important to tell you that I track my conversion rates for my traffic, whether it's Facebook ads traffic, whether it's Instagram traffic, YouTube traffic. My YouTube traffic, people who come from YouTube, consistently convert higher than any other traffic source that I have in my business. Higher than ads, higher than Instagram. YouTube will consistently convert about double the conversion rate than anywhere else, because people who are coming from my YouTube have probably binge watched my content. And just like I said with the YouTube playlist funnel, the more videos I can get them to watch, the hotter lead they become, the higher the likelihood they will convert. And I see that every single day on my sales pages. If you are looking for somebody that can marry your YouTube strategy with your business strategy, that is exactly what I specialize inside my YouTube coaching experience. I help my clients with more than just YouTube strategy. I help them with how do I make the connection from viewers to conversions and sales. So if that's something you're looking to have somebody help you with, somebody to give you feedback on, somebody to help you map that out, check out my YouTube coaching experience at trenalittle.com/coaching and join me today, because that is something that I offer that nobody else out there with a YouTube program does. It's specialized for business owners with a YouTube strategy and how to bring those two together to maximize every single video you publish here on YouTube will turn into sales so that you can get to 6 figures in 3 months faster than ever before. And if you're not convinced yet that traditional funnels are dead in 2025, I break down exactly what's going wrong with funnels, what you need to do instead in this video on your screen right now.